Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Positivity Keys podcast. I'm Laura Allen, founder of Positivity Keys, and your guide on this journey toward real sustainable transformation. Today, we're going to do something special, a deep dive into the 7 positivity keys. These are not just a theory, they're the exact tools that I use to pull myself up from the hardest chapters of my life: corporate burnout, radiation treatments, and the reinvention that followed. I want to show you not just what these keys are, but exactly how they carried me forward and how they can carry you too. So before we jump into each key, let me tell you why these keys matter. They're not fluffy ideas about positive vibes. They're mindset tools that I lived through. After stepping off the corporate treadmill and facing radiation, there were days that I barely had the energy to get out of bed. I had 2 choices. I could stay stuck in fear and fatigue or start applying small, intentional practices that can rebuild my mind, body, and spirit. That's why when the 7 positivity keys became non-negotiable, they gave me a clear path to move forward even when I felt really broken. So whether you're battling overwhelm, self-doubt, life transitions, or simply you just need a shift, these keys are going to be your guide step by step. Number 1 is the thought key. What is it? It's the foundation for everything. It's your mindset. It's your thoughts. And here's my story. So during my radiation treatments, I caught myself spiraling sometimes into the why me, so many times actually. And each morning I would pause and I'd notice that loop. Then I deliberately chose one empowering thought. I am more than this moment. I have reserves of strength that I haven't yet tapped into. So when you hear that fearful or critical voice, you need to reframe it immediately into something supportive because it's going to rewire your brain for possibilities to come. And then number 2 is the intention key. What is it? It's setting a clear purpose for each day or each action that you take. Some days on my only intention was I intend to sit in the sun, even if it's for 5 minutes. And that tiny commitment became my anchor, reminding me that every meaningful shift that I was making, it started a clear intention. So before any task, big or small, pause and ask yourself, what do I intend to create here? And then let that intention guide your focus. So the third one is visualize, using mental imagery to research success and resilience. So I pictured myself teaching women to rise, feeling the joy and the freedom of that future scene. Holding that vision daily started to help me move my body and my energy in that direction. So spend a few minutes each morning vividly imagining the outcome that you desire. You got to see it, you got to feel it, and then almost taste it. So then next is the feelings key. Recognizing and honoring your emotions as data and not dictators. So facing radiation fatigue and uncertainty, I learned that pushing my emotions down only intensified them. And this was just one moment in my life when I was using the feelings key. But I named my feelings. I feel tired. I feel scared. And then I asked, what is this emotion trying to tell me? These are those big questions I ask myself. And that simple pause, it creates space for compassion and clarity. So name your emotion, acknowledge it, and then gently ask what message that it is carrying for you. And then what small step can you take next? And that's where the action key comes in. So small, consistent steps taken in faith, rooted in self-trust. Every day I opened my journal to one blank page or I walked around the block. These tiny actions rebuilt my trust in myself. Each page, each step, you can do this. So choose one very small, meaningful action daily that reinforces that I am moving forward. No step is too small. And then comes in sharing. This is important. Giving and receiving support, building your community. I discovered that healing in isolation, it actually starved my spirit. Reaching out to friends and sharing updates and letting people help wasn't a weakness. It was a strength amplified. So share your journey, your struggles, and your wins. Connection uplifts you and it lights the way for others. And then lastly, but still crucial, is touch key. And this is physical or symbolic touch points that ground you. Rituals, routines, habits, and meaningful objects. So I carried a stone that had been given to me, Colin's Brave Stone, in my pocket. And whenever I felt overwhelmed, I'd close my hand around it and I'd breathe deeply, and instantly I felt more centered. Identify a simple ritual, a touch, a breath practice, or a symbolic object that instantly brings you back to center. Maybe it's one of those friendship bracelets that you can put on your wrist. Now, this is where the keys all start to work together and where the real magic happens when you weave all of them. So thoughts, they open the door. Intention, it points the way. Visualizing ignites your belief. Feelings ground your awareness. Actions, they build momentum. The sharing expands support. And the touch helps you keep centered. It's a circle of momentum, each key reinforcing the next, creating a resilient, hopeful, and purposeful driven life. So here's my question for you. Which key do you need right now? Is it time to choose an empowering thought or set a clear intention for your day? Or maybe you need to visualize that next breakthrough. Share your answer with me on Instagram or in our Positivity Powerhouse community. And if you're ready to go deeper, don't miss my free workshop coming up, Shift Your Mindset, Shift Your Life, where I'll guide you step by step through these 7 keys to unlock lasting change. Thank you for listening, and remember, you hold the keys to your transformation. We'll talk soon.